Winter wrap up, winter wrap up. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a VeVe OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. And take a look at some of the stuff that VeVe gave me. Also, this is my new cat named Erica. It's supposed to stand up, but it has not stood up for me since Vegas kind of broke it. Anyway, this is going to be a quick video, a quick review on what happened at VeVe in Decon and Vegas. And first off, before anything else, these that I got, this is a 1 of 50. I think these are all 1 of 15s except for this. This is a 1 of 63, but I think the rest of these are like 1 of 15s. So they gave me a bunch of collectibles here, which is great. This one was for the winner, the VeVe Awards winner. There was a bunch of those. Let's see what we can go through here. The winners of the VeVe Best Vault build was Chombo Fett. Discord Moderator of the Year was Raven. Best New Collector is Adam Resendez 1. Best AR Content Shared is Claritza. Congrats. VeVeverse Space was Masteroni. Omi Meme was Death Bunny. Best VeVe Meme was O'Milly. The biggest collector at heart was Mr. Rolex. And VeVe's most diehard fan was the real Randy Chavez. They gave me the case that normally you have stuff with the that come with the level 100 group, but they didn't give me a level 100 plaque. They gave me a VeVe plaque with it says VeVe 5th birthday winner Randy Chavez, and David and Dan signed it, which is really heckin' cool. I got several offers for several $100s for this. I don't know why you would want something with my name on it, but that was really cool. That was fun. So I'm gonna give you a quick timeline on what happened with Vegas, what everything talked about, and all that. Before I do, I'll say thanks for voting for me. I did not campaign for that. I did not ask people to vote for me. I talked about it like, hey, here's the nominations. Oh, hey, there's me. I know other people did, and other people were like, yeah, vote for me, and I didn't want to win it that way. I wanted to, whatever the community thought deserved it or was best, and you guys seemed to think that I did, so I got it, and the award was great. The speech that I gave was not really a speech. I just mentioned that it was exciting to see. There was a lot more people there this year than last year, because last year VeVe officially wasn't at Decon. They were, we rolled in like 50 deep last year anyway. This year it was a couple hundred people deep. It was Vegas. It was awesome. It was great. But in the midst of this like bear market, Omi and like the 0001s hit the 0002s a couple times today. Nice to see that just the love is there. And in the speech, I had just mentioned that it's nice that we can all still come together like this half a decade later. And time has a way of testing people's bonds, but not VeVe. I have some of my best friends from it. And it spawned relationships, it spawned friendships, it spawned catapulted my career or I guess my newest career. Newest career. I mentioned DACAT at the end. It's like, hey, I think it'd be really cool when DACAT comes out on VeVe. Y'all could buy it. So that was fun. More on that later. And then I've had multiple people come up to me. A lot of times it's women, and they'll say like, hey, my husband watches you when we're in bed, or my husband watches you when he's supposed to be paying attention to me. I was like, sorry. But that was this time, and I've had other people come over and say, hey, you got me through a really hard time in my life. You got me through this. And it's like, I feel like I'm not really that entertaining where I go out and say like, I make people laugh. Sometimes I do, but this year someone else came up to me almost like emotional and be like, hey man, you inspire me so much, and I watch you every day, and I look forward to watching your stuff. I watch every piece of content that you do. And it reminds me of an episode of of Scrubs, where JD's brother, I think his name is Dan. He plays, I think, Reverse Flash on the Flash show CW years ago, and he says like, listen, Dr. Cox, I'm a screw up. JD's never gonna listen to me, but he hangs on every word that you say, and I'm telling you to take that responsibility seriously. And I get it, guys. So I'll try to take that responsibility seriously, and I'll keep giving it my all, like All Might. I'll keep doing my very best. Anyway, enough of that sappy stuff out of the way. Decon was amazing. They had a couple of drops over the last few days that did pretty well. The Nounish one today, I think, got 27,000. I think the Patrick Hughes drop yesterday got like 22,000. So they were making some stuff. They kept some contractual obligations. They did a bunch of other people from Decon that some of those drops didn't do that well, and we didn't really expect them to. But the Nounish ones and the Patrick Hughes ones, those did amazingly, and we look forward to seeing what else comes from them. These ones that I got, this is a set of, like, this is one of the hardest things to collect on VeVe. I happen to get it just because I won, these. So all in all, these are probably worth a couple grand with everything, all in total. Ideally, I'd keep them. Ideally, I'd want to get another logo, right? Because I only have two now. And I'd like to, and that's the other thing. The physical coins that we got for the redemption of the logo, I think those are probably worth several $100s each, in my opinion. That is by far probably the most expensive, the best thing that we've gotten from those logos. And again, several $100s each is insane. So, and again, I'm not going to expect something like that every year, because that's a lot of money. I don't really want David to do that, because I want him, David, enjoy your money, enjoy that, like, you deserve it. Like, but if you're David and you're just like, hey, I have all this success from VeVe, I get to talk to all these licensors, I get to talk to having the best time of my life. Yeah, why not share in the success? Why not? And as VeVe and OMI go crazy, if I were David, I mean, you kind of want to share the wealth, right? You kind of want to share what you get. And again, if I'm David, what am I thinking? Like, as the company gets crazy big and crazy valuations, what do you want to do? As it gets crazy valuations like that, do you expect David to either have the gold logo redemptions become worse or better? Probably going to be better over the years. But again, this is a really nice gesture. He did not have to do this, but he did, and love him for it. The party was great. The first night unofficial on Thursday, we were all at Fremont Street. It got very insane. I think Sparky didn't get there until like 12. She flew in at night. I had a very fun room. They glitter bombed me one day, and I still have glitter on me because it won't come off. Yes, I'm talking to you guys. They know who they are. Sparky, Tamara, Heather. Sorry. That was anyway. I think on Thursday night we all get to bed at like 4 or 5. Friday was a little bit easier. I think I got to bed at like 3. It was very late on Saturday, and here on Sunday we're finally getting back in the swing of things. I'll get back to the diet. I guess I had lost a bit of weight since last time. I mean, I know I did, but everyone complimented me on that, which is great. K Collections asked me if I got lipo. She said it was a joke, and I'm glad. But that was nice. That was like the best question I ever could have gotten that night. There was a little bit of alpha that was dropped, and although I can't really talk about what it was, you had David and Dan say like, hey, we're about to release some alpha here. No recording. or if you do, keep it to yourself, have it to your own person. So I didn't record it. I'm sure there's probably 1 or 2 people that snuck it. I didn't, but they said keep it to yourselves right now. But slowly things have been leaking through the grapevine. I don't know from where, but I'll say this: what was announced, they'll give us a hint. Well, they won't give us a hint. They'll give us an article, I think, sometime this week, and I think it's very significant, not just for VeVe, but for the space. And that's all I'll say. When it comes out in the next week or so, give or take, I might do a live on it. I'll probably do a video on it. The parties are insane. Parties are great. It was nice to see a bunch of level 100s there. They got celebrated. It was nice to meet. Dr. Fuse was there. Dr. Fuse is the #2 collector on VeVe, and he's incredibly intelligent. I don't want to give away like what he does or what his, but again, absolutely incredibly intelligent. He believes in he sees such a big future for the space, and VeVe as the #1 leader and platform in the space. He's like, yeah, I'm going hard on it. So, anyway, that's going to be the quick video update for this. Thank you again, everyone. This has been fantastic, and I'll keep doing this as long as it's fun. I think that in the bull market, I might slow down a little bit, where maybe I don't go live every day or multiple times a day. Maybe I do it a few times a week, because I'll be doing a bunch of other stuff. But for DACAT, I did mention them at the end of my speech, because they are going onto VeVe at some point. I don't know if I'll be part of the comic curator program, or DACAT will come out before then. I don't know. It's going to be one or the other. Ideally, I would like to be the first comic to come out on the comic curator program. If the comic curator program is not going to come out for a while, I'll just go on there separately, kind of like what Greg White did with Beyond Comics. But we'll see. Anyway, that's it for me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Erica. Bye-bye, Erica. Erica. I love you guys. Meow, meow, meow.